I'm Rico Abreu. I'm a sprint car driver. Sprint car racing can be very demanding physically, emotionally, and mentally. Today, I'm going to show you how I stay on top of all of that.
Dude, again. Oh my God.
This is Pit Fit. This is where I choose to train. I love Jim Leo, just in his attention to detail with athletes. I think at this stage in my career, it's really important to have some one-on-one work done. Coming here, it just helps me push myself to the next level, and that's what I was looking for.
My name is Jim Leo. I'm the owner and founder of Pit Fit here in Indianapolis. We also have an office in Cornelius, North Carolina. I've been training race car drivers and pit crews for going on 30 years now. We work with drivers from IndyCar to sprint cars to karting to NHRA, just about everything where there's a race car driver, we work with them. The training program that we use with sprint car drivers is not that far different than it is from any of our drivers. We have longer endurance days, we have recovery days, we have higher intensity days, neurocognitive training. But the thing about with sprint cars is, unlike other series, they are working at night, which is kind of rare in racing. They're having to do multiple times these short 15-minute feet, you know, the A main, B main, whatever it is, in the course of a night, several of these as they continue marching on. And they just have to be on top of their game throughout the night. And then by the 9, 10 o'clock, the final race comes on if you make the main. And so you have to be as sharp as ever at the end of the day, which is really challenging. So let's get you warmed up.
Yeah.
I'm still putting things together. So what I've got is we're going to run through a series of circuits, and I'm going to do precognitive work before. So once you get warmed up, we'll do a different neurocognitive drill. You'll run through the circuit, and then we'll do one at the end of that you do that 3 times, and we'll do it again. And we'll just show, a drop off or whatever. So everything will be different. So this is a synaptic sensory station. We have 2 of these. Use these with our drivers. This is a computerized drill with a touch screen that allows training for neurocognitive training, vision training, reaction training, that kind of a thing. And we can measure the data, every single thing that they do. So we can determine where their strengths, where their weaknesses are. We'll do a lot of these drills while their body is under stress. So for example, with today's workout, Rico would do a precognitive load before the set. He would run through the circuit completely, be exhausted, come in, do it again. Same thing you go through in the race cars. You're getting more and more fatigued. You have to train the body to still be able to respond and react in a quick manner and a correct manner. So we would do this. This is one of the machines that we use to enhance his ability to process data and think while his body's under fatigue. It's really series specific, because what he does, it's very much interval training. You look at maybe an IndyCar driver, and they have one session that lasts an hour and a half. Then they got 5 hours off. Then they do another session, and then they go home. Then the next day they get one session, then one qualifying session, and then they do nothing until the race. Whereas with sprint car racers, it's just boom, 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 boom. All you have to be at top of your game multiple times, and it drags on. And so I think that people don't realize is heart rates are elevated very high in one of these cars. From a control standpoint, your reactions and your sense of driving, you have to be I think they're the best on the planet. I think rally drivers and sprint car drivers are just the best qualified. Just the sensitivity of driving is so amazing. And then you're just, it beats your body up. I mean, it beats the hell out of you, just hitting the cushion and just bang, 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 and you're flipping, and it's just you expect to have crashes. So it's just one of those things, it's by far my favorite form of racing to go watch. This is a piece of equipment that we invested in years ago. It's a hydraulic shock system. It's consistent strength in all directions. It's called a 360, and we use this a lot with the drivers to work on the muscular endurance they need in the race car and also the hand speed that they need. With Rico, he's obviously not tall enough to reach up, so we just put boxes on here and he's able to use it just like anybody else. So this is a tremendous piece of equipment for a driver because it forces the core to stabilize at the same time you're working a lot of the same muscles you will use steering the race car. Sprint car drivers have a unique skill set where they have to have so much control, fine motor skills in a race car, and things happening very, very rapidly around them. They have to, there's always cars passing every single lap. The pounding on the body from into the corner on one side of the body is very specific, so you have to have strength in that area. The core takes a massive amount of load as you are ripped around in different directions as the car is catching and releasing and catching, and you're constantly, your vision has to be updated on a regular basis in a very short amount of time. 20-second laps, like that's no time at all. Rico's great. I mean, Rico is somebody that I've been doing this for 30 years, but I've semi-retired from the training side of it and just run the business. But when Rico phoned me, I knew that it was a unique opportunity with an amazing driver, and it was a unique challenge because a lot of conventional equipment won't fit him properly because of his size. So it made me kind of put on my brain, my thinking cap, so to speak, and modify things to fit. He's very willing to adapt to anything, and he appreciates everything that I can do for him, which makes it even more rewarding for me. But the idea is there's really nothing in the gym that he can't use. We just have to tweak things and adjust things and set it up so that it can fit his size.
It was like mid pace, but I think like really focusing on like form and technique and then repetition. Obviously the 3 rounds and then into the cognitive stuff, the shapes to losing the vision of the shape, and then the acceleration of like the outwards motion and then having to hit the target of the shape that it showed was very unique for me to like try to process and remember and then be fast at the same time. So I think that's really good for like just my brain processing, and when we get into like intense battles on the racetrack, that's where you see that stuff really start to help. That's why like 100% I'm so committed to coming here to PitFit.